Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to this pick a card new moon messages. Thank you so much for all your recent comments, sharing what resonates with you, showing gratitude, bringing positive energy to the channel. I truly appreciate you all and thank you so much for taking the time to share the details and what connected to you in the readings that I've been posting. Okay, so today you have two piles to pick between. Pile 1 is the all-seeing eye and pile 2 is the bumblebee. Okay, I have a couple of child messages before we get into the readings. First of all, there is a strong energy of stepping into something new. Okay, for many of you this is regarding work, and for many it's also connecting to education. You may be starting a new training, embarking on a new training during the new moon, or also you can be receiving approval of application, news that you've passed, you've got onto a certain training course, into a certain educational program, and also regarding employment, work. Okay, you may be receiving the news of that employment during the new moon and also starting, right? So you're on different parts of the timeline, remember that, but there's newness. Okay, newness is around the corner is what I'm hearing. Okay, now this is new moon in Aries. I have that many of you may also be feeling pulled in different directions, and during the new moon you will take steps to bring yourself into more of an alignment, right? I'm seeing that there's like planning going on. So this new moon will also be about planning for some of you. And I also hear that what you plan, put into place during this new moon is something that will continue. It's bringing you some kind of stability. And for some of you, it may be a slow build. It may be 1 year, right, from this new moon that you will see those projects, those ideas that you set in motion during the new moon come to fruition. Okay, I just have this energy of you're stepping into investing into things that will actually bring you back stability rather than quick, fast, short-term, hasty investments. And this also applies to many of you regarding love and dating. Okay, and I see that there's also an energy of events happening. Some of you can be attending particular celebrations. Also, there can be last minute invitations to events here during the new moon. The energy can be residual. This can be during, up to, a little after. Okay, so keep that in mind. All right, so let's see. We're going to start with pile 1. Hello pile 1, welcome to your reading. You chose the all-seeing eye. Let's take a look at the first card I have for you, and we have the dog. Okay, so right away I have a friendly energy here. Okay, dog is a man's best friend. This can be energy connecting to those you consider best friends. Someone considers you a best friend, and there's importance around friendships. Okay, so during this new moon I'm seeing that not only is there this sense of enjoying friendships more, but you can be encountering new friendships and new connections. There's a strong emphasis on community. In the child messages I did pick up on events and celebrations, and in some cases last minute. So you may be getting a last minute invitation here. It can already be planned, of course, from a friend, someone who you consider who is very close. And this friend is someone who I see they bring positive energy. Okay, there's something here about you deciding to have more positive relationships in your life. Okay, across the board, and on the bottom of the deck we have the love heart. Okay, very interesting. I'm going to take it. So I see that the energy of this new moon for you is also about you doing things that reflect how you feel about yourself. Okay, so there's this sense of you putting your energy, time, investment into the things that actually make you grow and glow. And it's what's particularly involved rather is the people you're surrounding yourself with and friendships. Okay, Now, you'll all be on different parts of the timeline, as I always remind you. This can also be something that is even more further ahead in the future, and it can be a shift you're making right during the new moon. And that friends, as I see it, can be more than one, community, as I touched on, that you will be inviting into your life, and vice versa. Okay, so making new connections and having that on your mind. Connections of authenticity, genuineness. Okay, yeah, we have the home, yes. So for some of you, you will be spending time in someone else's home, someone who, as I share, this is a best friend, a friend, you know, a friendship group. Even I have this energy of a book club, like some of you connecting to this community in groups. Book clubs can be significant here, okay? This may be something you're thinking of starting. You could be the catalyst here to bringing people together, you know, genuine, authentic people aligned on a similar page, and creating this book club. Of course, it won't be for everyone, but this is the energy. It's like you want to create positive ripple effects, and I'm seeing you come up with ideas for that during the new moon, and some of you can already actually be doing that, okay? Really? Okay, literally. And we have the book. Okay, so this confirms a few things, this energy of, you know, a book club. Of course, it could also be teaching of some kind. It could be sharing teachings. It could be also doing some type of self-care, self-love activities, right? But it's certainly something that involves a type of wisdom, something that will actually assist with growth and learning, no matter what aspect it is, if it's emotional, mental, physical. There's something here that is going to lead to growth. And the book is also about unknown, okay? So this can also be for those of you where it resonates more that this is a future event to come, that you will meet a new friend, a new friendship group, and have a new best friend even in some cases, okay? Because the book is like, it's not been opened yet, so to speak. And some of you may also be, you know, a dog owner. You have a dog, you're going to get a new dog during this new moon, or that's something you will start to look at. You'll be looking up adoption agencies and things like that during the new moon. And we have the coffin. Okay. So coffin represents the energy of delays. So I have here that there's something that you're going to revisit. You may be looking at certain plans you had, or perhaps you thought that you would have achieved something by now, but there's been this kind of energy of being stuck and feeling stagnant. Okay, so I'm seeing you kind of look at that during the new moon, and also move out of that for some of you during the new moon, okay? And I see that for some of you, this does connect to dating and romance. So there could be somebody from the past showing up here during the new moon, breaking of no contact. And for some of you, this is about someone completely new. And during this new moon, you're going to be getting over the past, okay? You're putting the past to rest, so to speak. Okay. Nice. They're all really nice, beautiful cards, actually. We have the stork, okay, which is blessings, blessed home, okay, blessed abode, so to speak. And we have the anchor. So touching on what I had in the channel messages, whatever you plant, okay, whatever you start during this new moon, it will continue for some time to come, okay? For some of you, this could be planning a move, okay, an important and blessed move. I'm not saying that will take a year to happen, but it's this energy of what you are planting, as I shared, okay, what you start will continue for some time to come. And yes, for some of you, it may take a year if it is regarding a move or another kind of project here. And there is also this energy of having a good luck, okay? So I'm seeing you take some chances here, some positive chances during the new moon, and considering taking new chances, because I'm drawn back to the coffin, and the coffin is also telling me there's something about perspective, and you will either be changing your perspective, you'll be seeing things from a different perspective that will give you some kind of freedom, okay, emotional freedom, and take some weight off your shoulder with that anchor being next to the coffin, okay? All right, let's get you one more card to wrap up the reading. The fox. Okay, may need one more, I've got to clarify. Well, first of all, this is specific. I'm hearing not to tell certain people, a certain person, your plans, but in particularly where you're going. So if you're going to a particular place, perhaps it can be, social media comes forward, so perhaps post, yes, post after you've been to the place you're going to. Perhaps don't tag the address. There's something here where you need to keep details to yourself. You will know what and who it's for. It doesn't have to be for everyone who's picked this pile, but we have the owl as well, so it's definitely pay attention to that, because there's someone who's kind of listening. They can also be watching regarding social media, some type of online activity here. You know, it's giving monitoring spirit energy, and it's like they're always waiting for your next move, okay? They're always trying to see, well, what are you going to do next? What's on the bottom of the deck? The key. Yeah, for some reason they feel like you hold the key to something for them. This could be you hold the key to, you know, your luck, your abundance, your creativity, your ideas, your attractiveness. Okay, they view you as someone with a lot of potential, and for some reason they feel they need to monitor that and keep a close eye on you, okay? So keep that in mind. Other than that, I think it's a very beautiful, positive reading. Yeah, come on. Look at that. The ship. The ship. So travel and moving forward. Now, I will point out before we wrap up your reading that some of you, especially with the stork being there, you can be traveling over water. During this new moon, you're going to start planning a trip about traveling over water during this new moon, and I got so happy for you. There's something very, very exciting about this that just suddenly came over me. I'm seeing some of you who were drawn to this pile have like the details of an itinerary, or this this piece of paper, this document. It can connect to new home also, but for many of you, this is something that you're going to be jumping up for joy about, okay? And you did that. I'm hearing that you did that, and to congratulate yourself. You will be congratulating yourself, okay? All right, pile one, that was your reading. Do take care. Bye for now. Hello pile 2, welcome to your reading, new moon messages. You chose the bumblebee. Right away, the energy I have for you, pile 2, is that you're going to be quite active during this new moon. Bumblebees can be significant here. You may be spotting them. For some, you may be spotting them earlier than what you're supposed to. And it's a sign that there is abundance coming in for you, and that abundance is available. For many of you, you may be working on your abundance during this new moon. There can be some kind of ritual happening here, some type of working, a prayer request of some kind. And I do have here, pile 2, you are particularly connected to the moon cycles, okay? Yes, and I see that during this new moon, your intuition is going to be heightened. Okay, so you can expect some strong dreams, particularly revealing important truths to you, okay? So let's see the first card we have. Money, the fish, okay. Yeah, because the bumblebees bring in abundance. So for some of you, this is literally, it's money showing up here. Yes, I had in the channel's messages that some of you are going to be receiving yes regarding job applications, starting a new job. And for some of you, this can also be about an increase in your current place of work. So keep that in mind also. And where you have been stagnant in some projects, end of hours that are to bring you money, they will actually start to, you will actually start to see an increase. They will actually start to bring you money. But real money, money that you can actually start to play with is what I hear. And you know, bumblebees, when we see them, they have this kind of playful energy. They're, you know, they're bobbing around, they're going from flower to flower. So also this money, this increase, new job, a pay rise, it's gonna allow you to have time to stop and smell the flowers, okay? Yeah, nice energy. You're going to be able to buy yourself something. There's something that many of you who've been drawn to this pile, you've had on your mind. You're going to buy yourself something. For some, it's a piece of jewelry. For others, this is a mode of transport. Yeah. Something that you had to put, you will have to put money into, like invest. Could be buying gold also. I'm drawn to the gold on the butterfly, the butterfly, the bumblebee. Owl, the key, and the heart. Okay, I see. Okay, the message here for you, pal 2, is play your cards close to your chest. You are going to receive multiple yeses. They don't just have to occur during the new moon. It can be after, but this message is coming to you during this new moon energy, okay? There's approval here, and some of you are getting a key to a new home, and you're also achieving a goal that you've really wanted for a very long time. It's more so that that's the stronger energy, is that you're achieving a goal that you've worked really hard for, that you've had to use a lot of wisdom with the owl being there, okay? And it's something that you're passionate about. You're going to reach it. You're going to obtain a goal. For some of you, it will be during the new moon. You will obtain it, I hear, finally. And for others, it's the start of it. It's the start of you taking steps towards it, okay? This owl is a sign of protection. The key can also represent protection here as well. These symbols can be connected to a deity you work with, a god, a goddess, okay? Could be cultural here, a cultural connection. I'm seeing a road in my vision. Some of you are contemplating changing direction, changing paths and changing approach. This can also be connected to obtaining this goal, obtaining something that you're very passionate about. And also it's spiritual guidance. You're being guided to consider. Actually, for many of you, it's not even about a change of path. The more accurate energy is to look at where you're at on your path. There's something that you're being drawn to. There's something that's being pointed out that you need to look at a bit deeper, with the owl being there. There's something for you to discover about yourself, and the universe, your guides, deities, whoever you believe in, they want you to look further into something. This could be knowledge, books, some type of wisdom that's passed down. This could be a call to look into ancestry, heritage, revisiting, even I hear like old books that you've already read. Got a lot of energy about books today. Right, I will leave it at that. Okay. The the tower, yeah, spiritual and the mountain. Interesting, because in the vision I'm seeing, I see this windy road, and the windy road is near mountains. So some of you, you may travel along windy roads, okay? You have in the past. And it's interesting because the tower is also representing past energy here. So there's something significant about a past trip, a past journey you took down a windy road, somewhere that was very windy and there was mountains nearby, okay? I know that won't be for everyone, that's quite specific, but there's also another message to that. It's that there's something about you revisiting the past to be able to live your future. And this can be connected to what your spirit team, spirit guides, you know, who you believe in, they're trying to get your attention about. There's something about the past that you need to look at. And this can be coming up during the new moon. You can be looking at this during the new moon. And yes, and look what's on the bottom of the deck. This windy road. Here, Pile 2, you are a generational curse breaker. You're about to do it in some cases. Some of you are like right at the tip. You know, this is a mountain, but it's this energy of tip of the iceberg. And you've been guided. This has been something that was like chosen. It was predetermined, is what I have. Like this was always what you were meant to do, and it was meant to be your destiny. Now, there's a few more things from this. And the main thing is that this new moon energy, you are actually gonna step out like a new person, right? For many of you, it will be during the new moon. For others, it's gonna be after. You're all on different parts of the timeline. And this can be connected to timeline jumping also, like you're stepping into a new paradigm, but ultimately it's like you're gonna be showing up differently. You're gonna be like a different person. And to be clear, when I say different, it's not that you are changing from who you are and that you need to change something. No, it's not that. In a way, it's almost as though those layers are shedding. Like, you know, when you see a snake and it sheds and it gets a new skin. Serpent energy can be significant here also. Incredible. And also here, you've accomplished something. You are accomplishing something regarding self-love, which is why you've been able to get so far along this journey. And so to touch on this mountain energy, you're getting over a huge obstacle. And for some of you, it is occurring during this new moon energy. It's like the final piece to the puzzle. And also here, Pal 2, you're figuring something out. You figured something out. Yes, it's this energy of the generational curse breaker. Like you figured out, you found the key to breaking it. You're going to find the key to break it. Very, very spiritually protected here. Okay, we'll take them. Yeah. Okay, so we have the bear, the anchor, the ring, and the coffin. Okay, so for some of you here, there's going to be a change in location. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean permanently, or for some it is because the anchor's here. And the coffin. Coffin is change, by the way, as well, right? Coffin is change, rebirth. I mean, ultimately, this is the energy I have here, okay? It's very powerful, very strong. Okay, the coffin is change. So as I say, change of location, travel and destination. So there's something about change of destination here. This can also be something connecting to change of destiny, getting back onto your destiny. Someone, an outer influence trying to pull you off your destiny also. We'll get to that in a moment. But yes, some of you here are meeting your person. Okay, the bear, the anchor, the ring, this is like long-lasting love, long-lasting commitment. Bears can be significant somehow. They can connect to the location where you're meeting this person. Mountain bear. Also, it can connect to a spirit animal here, can connect to their heritage. This can also be you, but it's more so I'm drawn to a person here. And a country, a location where bears are very, you know, bears are there basically. Which I'm saying that because I know it could be many places, but you will know if it resonates with you, okay? I don't know all the places in the world. I just know that for some of you, this is Europe. It connects to Europe and North America, okay? Eastern Europe and Southern Europe in particular. But I know that won't be for everyone, so if it resonated up until then, you know, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. But ultimately, yes, there's going to be a commitment here. Now, I'm not saying that for all of you it's going to be on this new moon, okay? For some of you, this can be further ahead, especially with the mountain and the journey card being here. You know, there's a bit more of your journey to go along before you will meet this person, but they're going to have a really big impact on your life, a big positive impact. And some of you, it will be an exchanging of rings. Oh, interesting. So some of this information is going to be revealed to you in a dream. You may divine that. You may also be a seer here. Some of you are. You have the ability to see into the future, past, present. And yes, you'll receive a dream about this person too. And the location. And the part of the world. Yeah, look, and there's the house. Yeah, so also some of you here, you may be planning, this can be occurring during the new moon, you're going to visit a family, a place you're familiar with also. This is separate to what I've just been sharing there. This is something else that just came forward, okay, with people you love and care about. For some of you, this is in a different country. Okay, that was a very deep reading. I love that. It took us on a journey itself. Okay, part 2. I hope you enjoyed your reading, and I will see you very soon for another one. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.